What's up, guys, and welcome back to episode 2 of the Dude Are We Boys podcast. And then once again, I'm joined by one of my good friends, Connor Famine.
What's good? What's good?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we're back with another video. And today's episode, we're going to talk NBA again, because a lot has happened in the last couple of days. And then we're going to talk about a spicy topic that me and Connor seem to argue about at least once every couple of weeks.
Every couple of weeks.
And
heated. We've had some heated ones on this.
Yeah. We've never argued once. I promise we've never argued once. But this has gotten close.
This is as close as it gets.
For sure.
As close as it gets.
For sure. So we're just going to jump right in with the first topic. Nothing to introduce, nothing crazy to talk about before that. We're just going to jump in to the first topic. Klay Thompson's 2 games back after 2 years of being injured.
2 years?
It's a long time. You got to think, John. It's a very long time.
He's been out for a minute, but it didn't really look like it. Let's be real.
That guy came back. So, okay, I'm going to give my initial thoughts on the first couple of games, right? So we have the box scores pulled up from both of these games. I was able to watch a little bit of the Warriors-Cavs game. I didn't catch any of the Warriors-Grizzlies game. But as far as the Warriors-Cavs game, he looked healthy.
Yeah, he looked good.
And you know who else probably thinks he looked healthy?
Who's that?
I can't remember his name. What's his fucking name? Lamar Stevens. I guarantee you that he thinks that Klay Thompson is fully healthy because he got banged on.
He got banged on. That was bad. That's like the moment we tuned in. We saw Klay Thompson rise up.
Yep.
And just bang on Lamar Stevens.
Exactly. And I don't know too much about Lamar Stevens. Maybe he's not known for pinning poster dunks, but
I don't think he's known for much, man. He's gonna be known now.
He had 17.
Yeah, it's 17, but he got banged on. We aren't talking about his points. We're talking about him getting banged on.
He did get banged on. But in all seriousness, that is a very good sign as far as Klay Thompson's conditioning, as far as how his legs feel and stuff. You love to see that. You know what I mean? Even if it wasn't a poster, just getting up dunking, you know what I mean? Confidence and stuff.
He got up. It was he got up.
For sure. I thought so. He shot 7 for 18. His efficiency wasn't great. He only played 20 minutes, so he 18 shots in 20 minutes, 7 for 18. Not a horrible percentage, but as far as he was just kind of letting them go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, he played 20 minutes both games. He didn't shoot particularly the percentage isn't great for both games, but he was just getting back into it. I think they were just letting him kind of shoot the ball.
Yeah,
let him get his feel.
Yeah,
I mean, he scored. He had 14 and 17. Not bad for someone who hasn't played in 2 years.
Right.
In the NBA.
Right.
So.
I was worried about his shooting. Well, I wasn't worried about his shooting, but I said that if his shooting didn't look good, that it might be it might be a tough.
Oh yeah.
Tough return. Yeah. But in the Grizzlies game, he shot 5 for 13, 2 for 5 from 3, with 3 boards, 3 assists, a steal, a block, with a plus-minus of plus 17. So, again, even though the efficiency may not have been, 50, 60%, he still had a plus-minus of plus 17. So, when he was out there, you know what I mean, he's being beneficial.
He's the only one that's positive plus-minus.
Right.
Out of the starters, at least, and that's by a lot. So,
yeah,
they won the minutes he was out there. The game's not his fault.
Yeah,
he was doing
Exactly. Steph Curry was actually, when I checked at halftime, I think, of the Grizzlies game, Steph Curry was having a very good game. But he ended 8 for 21 and 2 for 9 from 3. He did have a triple-double, though. He had 27, 10, and 10.
He still got that triple-double.
Much as I want to say that I need more from him, he had 27, 10, and 10.
Yeah, that's a good game for anyone in the league.
Right.
And he's, 10 rebounds for someone who's 6'3". I mean, you'll take that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Only 3 turnovers, and,
it was really just his shooting.
Minutes, so, yeah.
Yeah, really just
shot
shooting.
The 3 ball a little bit better. They probably win that game against the Grizzlies, but.
Yeah. The Grizzlies played a great game, though, that game, to be honest with you. Ja had 29 on 11 for 23, so what is that, 45 shooting? 29, you know what I mean?
50.
Yeah, just under 50, right? He was the highest scorer in that game. And Ja's really impressed me this season. We didn't really talk about him last episode at all.
Did we talk about him maybe for MVP last year? I don't know if we brought it up, but
MVP last year?
No, last episode. We talk about him for MVP, a sleeper maybe. I don't know if we did.
No, I don't think we mentioned. We should have. We probably should have gave him a nod.
We should have given him a nod because he's playing really. He had 8 assists too.
He did,
and only 2 turnovers.
Did you see that block that he had against the Lakers? Yes. Oh my God!
two hands basically caught it. Like
Yeah,
he literally wouldn't have caught it.
that
Like,
was godlike. And isn't he
insane.
6'2"? Am I wrong on that?
I feel like he's a little bit taller than that.
I'm
I'll
looking
look it
right
up
now.
real quick,
I'm
but
looking it up right now.
I need a new
I
wireless
think
plan
he's
for my
a
business.
little
but
bit
all my
taller.
employees
Oh my
need
God.
something different.
What is happening?
Imagine this. You're
He's
moving.
6'3".
Use
I
a
got
plan with a
6'3".
mobile hot-
6'3", bro. But
I got
regardless,
6'3".
his bounce is, bro. His
Oh,
bounce is
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. He can get up. I don't want to say it, but knock on wood, he's prime D Rose.
D Wood.
Athleticism. Like, yeah. D Rose. He can fly. Like, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's a good comparison. Actually, I think he's a little
Yeah.
bit better of a shooter than prime Derrick Rose, but
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
No,
that's a good
he
comparison.
definitely is, but he can get up there. Like, he
Yeah,
can jump out of the gym.
yeah, it's crazy
insane.
too. It's crazy too because it doesn't even look like. You could tell like some people was like, oh, they put all their effort in that jump. That dude literally was just like full sprint and just like lifted off.
Just it didn't even look like he tried. Like he just
Yeah.
went in the air.
He just like literally next thing you knew was at the top of the backboard.
Yeah.
But overall, bro, like I think Klay looks good. Like I said, bro, I think for me it's more just about getting into the rhythm of NBA basketball. Like you haven't played for 2 years, you got to get back into the swing of it.
Oh yeah, I mean he played two good teams too. Like the Cavs are the 6th seed, I believe,
Yeah.
right now in the East. But I mean they got a lot of injuries and stuff. But it's still a decent team.
Right.
And he put 17 on them by 20 minutes. And the Grizzlies what were they, the 4, 3? They were the 4 or the 3. I believe it was the 4. But like they're playing well. Like
Right.
those are two tough teams to start off on.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think too, like I mean, obviously he's only playing 20 minutes. You give him an extra 15 minutes when he's really ready. That's 25 points. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, 14 points in 20 minutes.
That's not bad.
Isn't bad, yeah. Like, I mean, he took 13 shots.
Like I said,
mean,
he's letting him go. He's letting him go.
Yeah.
But regardless,
I don't think there's anything wrong with that, though.
No, absolutely not. Especially if you're Klay Thompson, like I would let him go like
they're
that.
30 and 10. They got a little room there. They can lose a couple games to get Klay back into his rhythm. I think it'll pay off in the end.
Right. And did they? The Warriors are now the 1 seed, right?
Last time I checked, yeah.
Yeah, I think they were literally yesterday they were the 1 seed.
Yeah,
So
I think yesterday when I looked, they were tied with the Suns, but I think they beat them twice. So I think it's 2-1 in that series.
Right. Cool. So
they technically had the tiebreaker.
Yeah, for sure. So I think, like I said, that's going to change weekly, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's going to be whoever loses like 2 or 3 first. To be honest, did I lose you? Hello.
No. Hello.
Okay,
hello.
sorry. I think whoever loses 2 or 3 first, that they're going to drop second, and then it's just about staying consistent. But overall, dude, I think Klay Thompson is playing well. Not anything like. He's not coming back shooting 10 for 10 or anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I think he's playing well, especially for coming back on that kind of injury. And then, like I said, bro, the poster dunk was it was just like a cool way to be like, all right, he still got it. You know what I mean?
When he did that, we were both like, okay, like,
all right.
he's he's fine. Like,
yeah, he's feeling good. He's feeling good for sure.
He's fine.
Cool. Klay Thompson, like I said, I'm gonna keep an eye out for him. I don't see any reason why he can't keep. Getting better as time goes on, getting back into the flow of the game and everything. So I'm not really. I think it was a good first couple games back, and I think it's a good sign on things to come for the Warriors.
Definitely.
Cool. So another game that we wanted to touch on really quickly. Connor and I were looking at games that were going on like 2 days ago, and they were all some of the worst matchups I've ever seen.
He read them out, and we both just are like, those are terrible.
Yeah, those are not good games.
They're just, if you're not a fan of those teams, you're not watching those games.
Right, exactly. It was like Houston versus the Knicks. I was like, bro, what is this?
You're like, who's watching that?
Yeah.
It's like Knicks fans and Rockets fans. That's it.
Facts. But the only game that I wanted to keep an eye on was the Charlotte Hornets versus the Milwaukee Bucks. And didn't I said Charlotte can win?
You did say that.
I said Charlotte can win, and they won 103-99 at home.
Go
ahead.
The game was close too.
It was
the
whole
whole
way.
Third quarter, and Terry Rozier got a tough bucket over Giannis, and then I don't think the lead changed after that.
Yeah, it was very close, bro. LaMelo ended up hitting a game-winning floater. I think it was tied actually. I think it was tied, and LaMelo hit hit a floater with like 20 seconds left to put him up 2, and then obviously they got 2 free throws to get 1 of 3. But looking at the box score, LaMelo had 23 points, 5 boards, 3 assists, with a plus minus of -2. So you know what I'm saying? Not maybe maybe not great looking at it like super advanced, but 23-5-3, you love that from LaMelo Ball.
Oh yeah, no, you're perfectly fine with that. Efficiency is something I think he'll always struggle with a little bit.
Yeah,
just kind of
he's young
he just
too.
takes shots. Yeah, no, he's young. He just takes shots. He did that in high school.
Right.
The ball touched his hands, it was going up. It didn't really matter
Exactly
where he was. So.
Exactly. Trying to see who else on here did anything of note. Miles Bridges had 17 points, 11 boards, and 2 assists, a steal and a block. And in my opinion, bro, 11 boards with Giannis playing against Giannis, especially Miles Bridges is like 6'6", 6'7". He's not like a monster.
Yeah, no, those are big time rebounds.
Right.
Rozier had 27 with 7 boards too.
Oh my God, he had 27. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, he had 27 with 7 boards. Like he's 6'3". He's getting 7 boards.
Right. Like I said, man, I think that the Hornets got going on, bro, I think is the start of something special. Like I said, they can just get one big in there, a defensive big, and I think if they, like I said, pretend they get Miles Turner, right? I think that they're a 5 seed, bro, 5-6 seed.
5 or 6.
5 or 6, bro.
Oh, I don't know about 5 or 6. I mean, where are they now? Where were they? The 7?
I think they 7 or 8? They might have been 7 or 8, or yeah, because they weren't in the play-in.
They were in the play-in, but they were one of like the host teams. Or whatever. They were 7 or 8 or maybe 6. They weren't 6.
I'm a fact checker right now.
They were 7 or 8, but like one big could.
They're 7 right now, bro. Come on. All right? Listen, if they get Miles Turner, are they better than the Cavs?
No, I don't think so.
Really?
I don't think so.
We're not a little biased on that one?
Are you a little biased?
I'm just asking, bro. All right, listen. So right now they're 23. The Cavs are 23-18 right now, right? The Hornets are 23-19. So you're telling me if you take the Cavs stay the same, right? If you add Miles Turner, you're telling me they don't win 2 more games and they're not 6?
It's close. I mean, they might have the edge on a little bit. I don't know. It's so tough. What do you think? What do you think?
Listen, I really like the Cavs, what they got going on right now. Okay, listen, I think they're pretty even right now, right? Like right now.
Okay.
But I think if you add Miles Turner, bro, that's defense that they've been lacking, and they probably win a couple more games just strictly off defense.
I mean, I guess that gives them kind of an answer to Mobley and.
Yeah, right. And Jared Allen's not even a scorer, though. You know what I mean? So, like, Jared Allen's more worried about Miles Turner offensively than other way around. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Miles Turner isn't much of a scorer either, though. So
bro, Miles Turner can score? What? Am I fading on that?
He can score, but he ain't a scorer like that, I don't think.
I'm gonna fact check you now, and you better.
I'm doing the same thing. I'm looking it up.
You better not have just lied to my face. All right, bro. Miles Turner,
13.7.
13 and 7.
I mean, what's Jared Allen averaging?
Not 13 and 7.
I just think he's got to be right.
No shot. I'll put my bank account that he's averaging less than 13. He's averaging 17 and 10. I might be a little blasted on that.
I'll be taking that bank account.
Yeah, I'll be a little blasted on that. You're not going to get much. Okay, listen. I take it back. I didn't know that Jared Allen was putting it up like that offensively. I take that back. However, I still think that the Hornets have better scoring than the Cavs all around.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the Cavs players are injured.
Because you got sure. I'm talking about just this year though.
Yeah, no, this year they're injured. I mean,
yeah.
So
I think if you get Colin Sexton back and keep him, then it'd be close.
This year, I would probably get the edge of the Hornets just because of all the injuries and stuff. So
yeah, for sure.
Over a long term though.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think LaMelo's only going to get better though.
That's true. He's so young and so good. It's crazy.
I'm saying he's gonna be up there. But anyways, any thought? Like, still an impressive dub regardless, bro. Like defending champion Milwaukee Bucks. Like, you take a game off them. Like, I don't care if it's regular season.
I mean, Giannis didn't even play bad in that game either.
He didn't play great. He did have 26, 13, and 8. So.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe. Listen.
He didn't shoot the 3 ball well.
Listen,
he played good.
Your matchup is Miles Plumlee. I'm gonna be honest. I need more than 26 against Miles Plumlee.
That is true. 26 on Miles Plumlee isn't.
Excuse me, Mason Plumlee. Mason Plumlee. I'm sorry.
Whatever Plumlee.
I need more than 26.
26 as the MVP of the league.
I need more than 26.
When you should be putting up 30.
And he had 6 turnovers, bro.
Yeah, it's not. Chris Middleton had 7 though.
Chris Middleton did have 7, but he's not the league MVP.
That's true.
So he gets a pass.
That is true.
Cool. Yeah. Like I said, it was just I said at the beginning of that game, I was like, they can probably win, and they ended up clutching up. So that was like the only good game from the other night. But so we just wanted to touch on it.
Those games were terrible.
Yeah, those other games were horrible.
They were just not good games to watch.
I was like, why are these? And they were like national televised too. I was like, bro, what is this?
Yeah, we were like, these games just aren't good.
Like, we were talking about like taking notes. I was like, there's no games that I'm taking notes on tonight.
Yeah, no, it wasn't happening.
Cool. All right. So should we just jump right into it?
I think we just jump right into it.
Okay. Listen, the main point of this episode that Connor and I wanted to bring up. Like I said, we talk about this very often, and it gets pretty heated because we have very differing answers. Not very differing answers, but as far as the placement. Yeah. We're going to talk about our top 10 NBA basketball players of all time.
Listen. Listen, we started this before just a little bit, and I was already heated at you.
Yeah, we had talked about it a little bit.
You said one thing, I was just ready to throw hands. So.
Listen. I'm gonna give some, because some people might think I'm blasted at my list.
Are you going first? Are you going first?
Listen, I'm just gonna say this. This is what I'll say. I just looked at my list. I'm actually making a change. Mid podcast, I'm making a change. Yep.
Okay.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. The reason that my list is the way it is, I don't value career accomplishments as much as some do in their top 10 list. Is that a better way to put it than I put it earlier?
I mean, it still goes again. We'll get into it.
Obviously,
so.
Obviously what you did in your career is important as far as accolades, as far as this, But a lot of my list is who are the best basketball players, right? Obviously, everybody on my list has done something. There's not like a Tracy McGrady.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get how you're gonna.
However,
okay.
The placement of my people on my list is because I think that the person is a better basketball person than the person underneath it. Is that fair?
Okay.
Regardless of accomplishments.
One-on-one, they are a better basketball player.
Yes, sure. Maybe not one-on-one, but I'm just saying, like, if you look at the game as a whole.
Yeah. Okay. I got you.
Do you want to read your 10 first, or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
All right, man. Here we go.
I think mine is more traditional.
All right, I'm gonna write yours down too while you say it, so I can have it to look at.
Okay. I got LeBron at 1. Okay, Jordan at 2.
Okay.
Kareem at 3.
Hold on, I'm gonna slow down.
Okay. Well, where you at? I got
Larry,
LeBron,
Larry,
Jordan,
yep,
Kareem. Larry. Okay, I got Magic at 5.
Okay.
I got Shaq. Wilt. Tim Duncan. Like Kobe. And I got Bill Russell.
I can't believe it.
But listen. By Bill Russell, I got a little note. I got KD in there soon. I don't know what he's got to do.
Okay.
But he's in there soon.
Okay. All right. I can respect that. All right. You ready for mine?
Yeah.
Are you gonna write it down?
Yeah.
All right. I got Jordan at 1. I got Bron.
Yeah.
I got Kareem. I got Larry Bird 4. I have Kobe, Bean, Bryant at 5.
Okay.
I got Magic at 6.
Okay.
I got Shaq at 7.
Okay.
I got Tim Duncan at 8.
Okay.
I have Kevin Durant at 9.
Okay.
And I got Wilt Chamberlain at 10.
Bro. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. Bill Russell's not even in my top 15.
He's got to be though. He's got to be. Listen, he was banging with Wilt though. Like
no, he wasn't. Wilt was averaging 40.
Yeah, but he was the only person banging with him though. Listen, like, he was putting up 20 and 20.
I guess, man. Listen, all right, we're gonna start.
He's got 11 rings. He
has 10 rings. Does he have 11?
He's 11.
Are we sure on that?
Put rings on. I promise.
Yeah, he does have 11 rings. You're right. I thought it was 10. You're right. He has 11. Listen. We're just gonna get this.
9. I don't get how you have KD over Will.
I have KD 9
right
now.
Get to that.
I have KD 9 right now, and I'm gonna tell you why. All right. So first things first, I'm gonna give you why I think Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time.
Okay.
Michael Jordan, obviously, I'm going to just get this out of the way because it doesn't mean that much to me. He's 6-0 in finals appearances. So we've had this conversation before. Have the teams that he's played in the finals been better than the teams that LeBron James has played in the finals? Most of the time, no. You might have an argument like LeBron James, maybe some of the like the Mavs and stuff. Maybe you could have an argument there that the Mavs are worse than some of the teams that Michael Jordan played. But a lot of the Spurs teams and then the Warriors have been much better than the teams that that Michael Jordan has played. Sure, I will concede that point by far. The impressive thing to me about Michael Jordan making like as far as his playoff stuff, we both agreed on this that Michael Jordan getting to the finals in those years was more impressive than the teams he beat in the finals.
I mean, yeah, fair enough.
Because the conference that he was in was the more loaded conference, so he had to beat 3-4 really good teams before seeing a not as good team in the finals.
I mean, sure, but like you're playing the worst team in the finals. That's really the only one that matters. Nobody cares about the games you lost in the conference finals.
But I'm saying though, like Pistons, Celtics.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah. Whether or not you hold that as valuable as me, that's what I'm saying. Obviously.
I mean, it's important, but
because everybody talks about how bad Michael Jordan's finals competition was, and my point is, because he had to beat all the other better teams to get there.
It wasn't even bad though. Like he was playing Stockton and Malone.
The Jazz is a great team. Are they better than the Warriors? Yeah. Absolutely not. But my point being that it didn't matter who was on the other team. Michael Jordan was going to win when he was at his peak. Yes.
For the most part, yeah. I mean,
and then we've also had this argument that when he was getting second and first rounded, yes or no, he was averaging 40 against one of the best teams of all time in the 80s, in the 80 Celtics. Yes or no?
I mean, yeah, he was playing good.
He was averaging 47 and 8.
It was never his fault that they lost the series.
Sure. Now, in defense of LeBron James, he was favored in 3 out of like his 11 finals appearances?
I don't know, like Mavericks.
So I don't know. Maybe a couple against the Spurs, he might have been favored. Sure.
Yeah.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Yeah. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt that he was playing some of the best competition for so many years in a row in the finals. You know what I'm saying? I can accept that and live with that. My point is, what he did with Cleveland from 03-04 to when he left to go to the Heat is some of the most impressive basketball I've ever seen in my life. Sure.
Right on 7, but I don't remember what year he left, but I just know he made a finals in 07.
He made a finals. He got swept by the Spurs.
Got swept by the Spurs. Prime Spurs.
Good Spurs. Yes.
Yeah, that was prime Tim Duncan.
Now here's my point. My point. Right.
Okay.
He had to beat one good team to get to that finals in the East, and that's the Celtics, right?
I mean, yeah, but
everybody else in the East was a little bit weak.
Is the path there more important than when you're there? Like, is the path to the finals more important than the finals?
And that brings me to my next point. And this may sound ignorant. I don't care how good of a season you have and how impressive it is to make it to the finals. If you don't win the finals, it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, no, that's one that you always said that's just a little like...
And I've stuck by that my whole life, have I not? Okay.
Yeah, no, you're about that. But like to me, it's like...
Well, I don't care if you don't win the finals, I don't care.
Yeah. Okay, let's be real though. People don't think like that. Like most people don't think like that.
You don't win the finals, I don't care. And it's that simple. However, listen, I'll say this, and this may be a little bit contradictory. Actually, all right, one more point on Michael Jordan for me, and then I'll give you your bronze spiel.
Okay.
Let me just make sure that I'm getting this right before I.
Okay.
Before I sound blasted. So at the end of the day, bro, this is how I look at it. Is Michael Jordan a better defensive player than LeBron James?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's closer than you think.
It's closer. You know, I'm not saying it's like miles. I'm not saying it's miles.
I think it's close, but I'd probably give him the edge. And what's the average? Like 2-3 steals a game?
Yeah, it's up there. It's up there. I don't have it in front of me, but actually I could probably find it. Steals. He's averaging 1.5. Oh no, I'm sorry. He's averaging 2.3 a game.
Yeah, I mean,
That's pretty godlike.
that's pretty godlike.
Okay, so this is all I'm going to say, right? 14-time All-Star, 3-time Steals champ, Defensive Player of the Year, 5-time regular season MVP, Rookie of the Year, 6-time Finals MVP, 3-time All-Star MVP, 9-time All-Defensive, 6-time champ, 10-time scoring championship. I think the scoring, I would still give the edge to Jordan, but LeBron James passing and rebounding is miles better, like to the eye. Numbers wise, it's relatively close. Like it's not okay. So Jordan for his career, 36-5. Bron for his career, I'm pretty sure isn't it like 27, 7 and 7? Yeah,
I believe
so. It's closer on paper, than a lot of people like to give it credit. But at the same time, I think that LeBron James' vision and rebounding to the eye is so much better. That is the main reason that I think it's so close, because the scoring is relatively close. The defense I don't think is super close, but because Bron is so much bigger and stronger and his vision is so much better, that's why I think it's like if Bron won another chip or two, I would probably go the other way. I probably would. But as it sits right now, that's why. That's my opinion.
To me, it's just not even close. Like, I just think it is close. Don't get me wrong.
You know it's stop. You know it's close.
It's close. They're the two. They're 1A, 1B, but it's not close. LeBron James is just top to bottom a better player. Listen. Jordan's got a little bit in defense, but I'm pretty sure LeBron's top 10 in steals all time. Top 10 steals, points, and assists. He's the only player that is top 10 in all three of those in NBA history. Top 10. On top of that, the finals, get on about his finals record, that's whatever. But like, first year he played prime Spurs. What's he going to do? Like literally, Ryan.
Like I said, that one I can't hold against him.
He played arguably the greatest team ever in the Warriors. Like what, 3-4 times? Did he play him 4 times?
It might be. Was it not? It was 5. No, it was 4. You're right.
It was 4. Okay. I mean,
you're forgetting one very important finals in there.
The Mavericks one, yes, he should have won. He should have won the Mavericks one. That's the only one you can't give an excuse. He just should have won the Mavericks. They were the better team.
Bro, on paper, that Heat team might have been very closely matched to those Spurs teams.
I mean, they played those Spurs teams.
And they lost 2 of them.
They probably, on paper, should have beat them every time, honestly.
That's one of my points, brother.
They were kind of out of their prime, but...
They were older. And they had a young Kawhi.
They did have a young Kawhi. But it was still Popovich with the...
No, of course. Of course.
His core guys, so it's still tough. I don't know. Like, it's just stuff like that. Like, top 10 steals, assists, points. He's probably going to end most points all time if he keeps playing for... what's he got left on his contract? 2 more years. Then he wants to play with Bronny, so he'll get another contract. I mean, he should end the all-time leading scorer. And there was just like, oh, well, Jordan didn't play as long. Well, Jordan retired to play baseball. You can't put that in there. That was his choice. So, to me, it's not close. It's not close to me. I just don't think so.
So, do you not hold career... So do you think that would you agree that Michael Jordan's career accolades and accomplishment on paper are better than Bron's?
If the only thing that mattered was rings, we'd have Bill Russell at 1. Like,
no. I'm talking about everything. Like, everything I know.
Everything I know. I'm just saying, like,
yeah, of course. That's why you can't just say rings.
Yeah, rings is a team thing. Regardless of how good Jordan was, he didn't win anything until Pippen got there. I think we can both agree on that.
No, yeah, like I said, he was
good. Like, he was good. He was scoring 40 and losing. But like, he didn't win until he got Pippen.
Sure.
So,
but on the flip side, yes, LeBron made a finals by himself. I'll give it to you by himself. What was it? 07?
07.
He didn't actually stand a chance until he went and joined another top 5 player in the league.
Yeah, well, no, he had to though. Let's be real.
Sure,
the Cavs weren't getting another player.
Nope, of course not.
That's why he left. Is like Dan Gilbert just did not help him. did not get him anybody. They got him Shaq.
Yeah. But an old Shaq who wasn't great.
Old Shaq, who when we looked at it was getting paid $20 million. He was the fourth highest paid player in the league.
And highest paid on the roster.
Yeah, and it wasn't close.
That was wild.
We're just like, why is that happening? Why is Shaq getting paid $20 million in 2006 or whatever it was? Well, it might have been 07. I don't remember.
I think it was 7.
It might have
6, 7. I don't remember.
We're like, why is he getting paid that much?
It's because
he was out of his prime by a lot. Like he wasn't good anymore.
Yeah. So I mean, at the end, we don't have to dwell on these two guys too much. Like I said, at the end of the day, bro, you really can't go. It's really just what you look for, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I've said this before. I think that if you take all the accolades and everything away, I mean, LeBron, yeah, sure, you know what I mean. But you can't do that because if you just look, so fairly, LeBron's played more seasons. He's made it farther in the playoffs more years, so he's going to have more opportunity for stats, right?
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
So I'm going to, obviously those things are important and they matter because you have to be at such a high level to even, like, you can play as many games as you want, but if you aren't, but
you're not putting up the numbers, you're not going to get the milestones or anything.
Exactly. But like I said, bro, I think for me, and we can swap after this, but for me, I think because a lot of different teams and players ate in LeBron's era, right? There was a lot of different champions in LeBron's era. Sure, can we,
Yeah. But to be fair, I'm gonna throw this out there real quick. You don't realize it, but a lot of people got rings in the Jordan era too.
Yeah, sure. First 4 or 5 years, obviously, first 4 or 5 years.
People got rings in the Jordan era.
But when they were the team, they won everything that they were supposed to. And LeBron James didn't win everything he was supposed to. So to me, that matters.
One that you can for sure say he should have won is the Mavericks one, and it was his first year in Miami. But it was the second year. Never mind. It was his second year, right?
First year.
First year they played the Thunder the second year. I don't know. Can you really hold that against him? It's his first year.
I have to, bro. You got Dwayne Wade on your team, top 5 player in the league at the time, top 5, top 10, arguably, and then you have Chris Bosh, who's a top 15 player at the time.
I mean, sure, but to me, I don't hold that.
I wouldn't hold it against LeBron if he didn't average 17 points.
I don't think that's enough, though. That one final.
It's not. You're right. I'm talking about the 2 Spurs series that they lost that they probably should have won.
Once again, you're saying they probably should have won. Like
they probably should have won that.
Popovich, out of prime, but it's still the Spurs. Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, young Kawhi.
I just think that I just think Mario Chalmers, Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, Chris Bosh, and who was it? Chris Anderson, Joel Anthony. Who was it? I think it's tough, bro. It's tough. It's evenly matched in theory, but I think because of how good LeBron James was at that time and how good Dwayne Wade was at that time, I think that I just think they should have won.
I mean, that's fair.
They
probably should have won those series, like I said. And I think they were close.
Not that this is LeBron James' fault, but they would have lost all 3 if Ray Allen didn't hit one of the clutchest shots in NBA history.
Oh yeah, but we've been over this. Game 7, LeBron just.
Yeah, Game 7 was Bron, but I'm saying there wouldn't have even been a Game 7 if it wasn't for Chris Bosh rebound without Ray Allen. Exactly.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So in fairness, like I said, I don't get mad at anybody that says LeBron James. Like I said, I think that is the only other correct answer. Yeah. Myself personally, I got Jordan. And
it's definitely a toss-up.
It's a toss-up, bro. It just really depends on what you look for. Michael Jordan for his career is averaging 36 and 5, bro. That on 50% shooting, 33 from 3. Yeah, it's tough.
I mean, yeah, he was the man.
He was the man, and LeBron has been the man, and to this day is still the man.
I think too, what gets overlooked is LeBron has never taken as many shots in his career as Jordan.
Sure, no, yep.
I know he's played less years.
The three ball has been
the 3 ball.
3 ball's helpful.
He plays in a different era.
Yep.
And you can say LeBron's era is softer. I think we don't agree on that. You get some calls that you wouldn't get in Jordan's era. But I don't know. I just think it's a toss-up. It's whatever you look for. Like, I'm going to say LeBron. You're going to say Jordan. It's going to be really hard to change our minds on that.
Right. And like I said, Michael Jordan can't do anything else to prove, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
LeBron James can. Like I said, dude, if he becomes all-time scorer, you know what I mean? He's top 10 steals, points, assists, or excuse me, top 10 steals, assists, all-time leading scorer, gets another chip. It's like, all right, like,
It's like, wow.
what are we arguing at the? You know what I mean? Like,
It's
what are
like,
we?
it's like that guy's the greatest.
Yeah, facts. So, like I said, bro, it's very possible that he could swap up on my spot, but at this current moment, as we sit today, on January 12th, Wednesday at 11:20 p.m.
We got Ron Jordan 1-2. Still a debate.
Still a debate.
We'll keep it at that.
Facts. 3, Kareem. I was
think
never
that's
a
very
huge.
self-explanatory,
Yeah,
though.
Kareem was the man. I wasn't a big Kareem guy just because I think that he played on some godlike teams, but when I actually sat back and looked at it, I was like, it's tough to not.
Yeah, like,
So,
I mean, you could argue for him to be in the conversation with the other two, but I mean, he's the all-time leading scorer.
yeah.
He had the most unguardable shot in NBA history.
I really think, though, that he doesn't go to the Lakers, that he's not third, but obviously you can't, like, hold that against him or whatever, but.
Yeah, I mean, it's a business decision.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as what Bron did going to Miami. Like,
Yeah.
if you don't do that, like, he might not have any rings at this point. He might just stay on the Cavs, and it might have just been bad his entire time.
Right.
But,
Right. So there's no debate there. We agree on
no
Kareem.
debate on Kareem.
Larry Bird at 4. We both had Larry Bird at 4,
We
right?
got Larry at 4, yeah.
Okay. Larry at
Now
4.
At 5, here's my issue, okay? I know you got Kobe at 5. To me, Larry Bird and Magic Johnson are so close. Like, you could put Magic at 4, Larry at 5. I just think they were so close to each other that you have to put them 4 or 5.
And I'm going to tell you why I can't.
Okay.
I'm going to just read you a couple of things from Kobe Bryant's career. All time, or for his entire career, 25, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 45 field goal, 33 from 3, 84 from free throw, 18-time All-Star, 5-time NBA champ, 12-time All-Defensive Team, 4-time All-Star Game MVP, 08 MVP of the league, 2-time Finals MVP, 15-time All-NBA, 2-time scoring champ. In a season, he averaged 35, 5 and 5. And this is okay. Listen, did he have Shaq for 3 rings? Yes.
Yes, he did. And
good.
We both agree Shaq was better in all of those finals.
In those finals, yes, Shaq was better than Kobe in those finals.
Okay.
Did Magic Johnson have 3 Hall of Famers on his team when he won those championships?
I mean, sure, but Larry Bird had great teams also. Like, he was playing with Hall of Famers as well. Okay, I guess here's my question. Is the difference between Larry and Magic that big that you can put Kobe in between them and not put Kobe over Larry? Is my question. Did you not have, like, Kobe 4 and then Larry Magic?
I could have.
Okay.
I could have.
That's what I'm saying. I just think Larry Magic are, like, interchangeable. Like,
but here, and I'm gonna say this. I think that Larry Bird was a better passer by far than Kobe, and I think that Larry Bird was a better rebounder by far than Kobe. As far as scoring, you're gonna go Kobe over Larry Bird, but I think that they had similar.
It's close.
It's close. Sure, it's close. It's close. Now, with my thing with Magic Johnson, one of the best passers of all time. The best passer of all time, probably. The best passer of all time. One of the better defenders because of how big he was at his position.
He could play 1 through 5.
He could. Obviously, he played center in the finals his rookie year, right?
He did.
And he won Finals MVP as a rookie because he did that. That's very typical. I'm gonna say why I have him under Kobe and Larry Bird. Okay. I would say that in my opinion, I think that the Lakers with Magic Johnson was a better team, top to bottom, than the Celtics were with Larry Bird. Would you maybe agree, or is it close at least?
It's close, yeah. I mean, I would probably give the edge to the Lakers.
I'm going to say this. I think that Kobe Bryant's 2 rings with the second best player on his team being Pau Gasol is more impressive to me than Magic Johnson winning a ring with Kareem, with James Worthy coming to the Lakers. In my opinion, those 2 chips are more impressive than Magic winning with the team that he had.
I mean, I don't know. He was playing Larry Bird. Like he's playing the Celtics, who were them. They had Kevin McHale, Casey Jones. I don't like.
And another reason I think that Kobe's longevity throughout his career is better than Magic's and Bird's. Did Magic have his health thing? Yes. Did Larry Bird have his back thing? Yes.
Yeah.
But you can't blame Kobe for that.
Kobe broke down there at the end, but he played 16 years without a major injury.
But listen, that year that he got hurt, he averaged 13 for the year. He only played 6 games, right?
Uh-huh.
But the next season, he averaged 22 in his 19th season. 22, 6 and 6.
I mean, he was getting.
And he was what, 38 at that time?
Yeah, I mean, he was broken down though.
I'm saying, so even though he was old and injured, bro, you still put up 22, 6 and 6. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if you don't want to count that year, the 17 years before that, he didn't average below 24 points.
I can see the argument. I just okay. We'll get to it here. I think Magic is the greatest Laker of all time.
Do you think Magic Johnson is a better basketball player than Kobe Bryant? I just need to know the answer to that.
Yes, top to bottom, with everything. Yes, and Kobe's a way better scorer. I don't
take my hat off for that.
I don't even think it's close on the offensive side.
Okay,
but passing, rebounding, defense, I think those are all.
Do you think Magic Johnson's a better defender than Kobe?
Yes.
You really think so?
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
That's tough, bro. That's tough.
Was he 6'10"?
He was 6'8", 6'9".
He's playing the one. He could guard anybody.
But Kobe Bryant was guarding the best basketball players.
So was Magic.
No.
Oh.
Magic Johnson was not guarding the talent that Kobe was.
I mean, the league.
Kobe's guarding Tracy McGrady and Kevin Durant.
Magic's guarding Larry.
And getting 40 balled.
No, he's not.
Oh, my God, bro.
No, he's not. Okay. My issue with Kobe. He was.
Hold on, listen. I just need you to admit this. Did you have Kobe Bryant in your top 10 the first time we had this conversation?
No, but.
You were blasted for that.
Yeah, no, I don't remember who I had in here. I'm looking at it, and I'm I don't remember who the 10th was that wasn't Kobe.
You had Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain. Did you? I think you had Hakeem.
I don't. There's no way I had Hakeem.
You might have had Hakeem.
I don't think. If I did, I was blasted.
You were blasted for that.
If I had Hakeem there for Kobe, I'm blasted. Okay, my big thing, we've talked about this, is Shaq was the best player on that team when he played with Kobe. And was he not the Finals MVP all 3 years?
He was.
Shaq?
He was.
Yeah. To me, I just can't put Kobe above Shaq. I just can't do it. I just can't. So, I mean, and then Will and Shaq are the same things like Larry Magic. They're interchangeable. That's just whatever you think.
Okay, so I'm gonna read you out. I'm gonna read you out some stats really quick of Larry Bird versus Magic Johnson stats.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just get this out of the way. Magic Johnson has 5 rings. Bird has 3. Mm-hmm. So that's obviously that's tough. They both have 3 MVPs. Magic Johnson has 3 Finals MVPs. Larry has 2.
Okay.
They both have 9 All-NBA first teams. They both have 10 total All-NBA teams.
Okay.
Larry Bird has 3 All-Defensive teams. Magic Johnson has 0.
Okay.
Assist leaders, Magic Johnson has 4. Larry has 0. Steals, Magic Johnson has 2. Larry has 0. Larry has Rookie of the Year. Now, this is total all their stats for their entire career.
Mm-hmm.
Larry Bird has 21,000 points. Magic Johnson has 17. Rebounds, Larry Bird has 9,000. Magic Johnson has 6.5. Assists, Larry Bird has 5.6 thousand. Magic Johnson has 10,000. Steals, Larry Bird has 1,500. Magic Johnson has 1,700. Blocks, Larry Bird has 755. Magic Johnson has 374, excuse me. And Magic Johnson has, 9 more games played.
Well, I mean, I have Larry Bird over Magic Johnson.
No. I'm just saying. So if you look at it, as far as who's a better defender, Larry Bird or Kobe?
Larry Bird or Kobe?
Mm-hmm. I just answer the question. I'm getting to my point.
I don't even know, man.
If you had to pick one.
I mean, I'm probably Kobe, but
Okay,
like
so if you have Kobe over Larry Bird as far as defense, but Larry Bird has more blocks, more all defensive teams, and and the only thing that Magic Johnson has is steals. How can you put Larry or Magic Johnson over Kobe defensively?
because I think Magic Johnson was a better defender.
Okay, fair enough. Continue with your point.
Because I think he's a better. I think the steals are more impactful than blocks. I think we can we both agree on that. I think a steal is more impactful than a block.
I mean,
A block.
sure. It
I
depends
mean,
how
a
you get
block.
it, but sure.
I mean, not really. If you get a steal, it's a steal.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, as long as your steal's not followed by a turnover, like it's like, it's still valuable. I think a block can be rebounded, offensively rebounded, stuff like that. So sure, defensive teams, whatever, it's a vote. Okay, not everybody thinks the same. But listen, I can't put Kobe that high because I can't put Shaq that high. That's what I'm getting to.
Okay.
I
So
can't
one
put
of
Kobe
us
that
is
high.
blasted.
No, nobody's blasted. Well, you're blasted because
I'm not
you have
blasted.
Shaq below him.
Dude,
Shaq's a better
Shaq is
player.
not as good of a basketball player as Kobe Bryant.
Oh, I mean, what? Shaq is the most dominant player to ever play the game
I
of
don't give a
basketball.
flying F because he went to the Heat and got carried by Dwayne Wade for a chip. He still
was
has
out of
less rings.
shape.
He still has less rings than Kobe, and he got shopped around to 8 different teams after that. Had arguably the best team in the West when he was on the Suns with an MVP point guard. With Amari Stoudemire, with Steve Nash, with Grant Hill, and couldn't win a chip.
Steve Nash should not have won those MVPs.
Listen, regardless of whether or not he should have, he won them.
Okay, that's whatever. Once again, that's a vote. It's back to the defensive player thing. Like, how is we looked up those years that Steve Nash won MVP. Kobe was averaging 30 in one of them. Braun was averaging 30 in one of them. Like, there's no way this guy's getting MVP. But to my point, Shaq was the best player on the Lakers when Kobe was on the Lakers. There were the two guys there. They won 3 chips.
You say he was the best player, but we looked up their regular season. I know finals. Yes, finals was Shaq. He was dominant. But in the regular season, bro, you could have said Kobe was the best player on that team in the regular season.
I mean, you could make an argument, sure, but
oh my God,
I just think does regular season matter more than the postseason?
I'm just saying, brother.
Okay. So when it mattered, this is what LeBron has done for his entire career too.
Oh my God.
Is he kind of coached through the regular season?
I guess.
We agree on that.
You're saying that Shaq was coasting, bro?
I don't think he was coasting, but he wasn't going 100%.
I guess, man.
He saved himself for the playoffs. He gets in the playoffs, and then boom, you got Shaq. It's Shaq against the 76ers. Hey, who's guarding him? AI?
No, but AI took a game off them.
On this list.
AI took a game off them. Anyways, go ahead. Continue. Sorry.
Okay. I just think Shaq was the better player. The 3 years he was with that won their chips. He was the best player on the team for those 3 years. And then after that, he got another ring. Regardless,
Kobe got 2 more.
Wait. That's fine. He had to wait till he got Paul Gasol. I know
you think that Paul Gasol is literally
he didn't
Jesus
win anything
reincarnated.
until Paul Gasol got
He didn't win. Okay, does Shaq win those MVP or those championships without Kobe? Just yes or no?
Probably not.
Okay. Does Shaq?
To be fair, he probably doesn't leave Orlando, go to the Lakers if Kobe's not there.
Exactly.
We agree on that?
Yep.
Okay. So he stays in the East. He has a better shot in the East than he does in the West.
He got embarrassed by Hakeem Olajuwon.
Okay, he still has a better chance in the East, though.
Now let me ask one more question. Okay. Does Shaq win a 3rd ring without MVP caliber Dwayne Wade, who had one of the best finals?
Oh, no, because after he left the Lakers, he was way out of shape. He stopped taking care of his body and stuff. That was not the same Shaq.
I think that you could put another decent big on the Lakers, and they still probably win.
Well, they did. They got Paul Gasol, but
no, I'm saying take Paul Gasol away. If you put another decent big on the Lakers, they win a chip.
I don't think they might have won the 76ers chip. I don't know if they would have won like in the early years with
like another
big.
No, they didn't When Kobe won his 2 rings, it was against the Celtics
I
and.
know. I'm saying like earlier in their career, like
Oh no, listen, they're not. They probably still
yeah,
win the 76ers series just because the
yeah. I don't think
76ers
they win
was.
the other two though without Shaq, like
No. I'm
without
talking about
him.
the 2 with Pau
I
Gasol.
know, but
They
the two
can win.
later, I mean,
They can win those 2 without Pau Gasol if you put
who
another decent
who
big
would
in
they
there.
replace Paul Gasol with though?
I don't know.
Can you? I see like. They had these average bigs there, and they weren't very good.
Yeah,
Like the
that's a good.
Lakers
That's
weren't
fine.
very
That's fair.
good.
That's fair.
And then they got Paul Gasol, who he was in his prime. He was a good player. Let's be real. Paul Gasol was a good player in his prime.
Yeah, but
And then they won
he
two more
wasn't a
rings.
Dwayne Wade.
No, because they had Kobe, who was the Dwayne Wade.
Exactly.
He was old Shaq.
But apparently this is supposed to be older Kobe in 08 and 09.
That's okay. Let's be real though. Those early years, Kobe was still young. Like
In
that's like
08 and 09, Kobe was averaging 28, 5 and
yeah,
6.
that's like prime Kobe. I know. That's like 10 years in the league. 11, like like he hadn't been in the league that long.
You're right. I shouldn't have said he was old, but I'm just saying
Yeah.
I think those 2 rings that he got without Shaq are more important than Shaq's ring that he got averaging 14 and 9 on the Heat with Dwayne Wade.
No, yes, 100%, 100%. No, I agree with that.
And I think that Kobe's had a longer peak career.
I mean, sure. To me, the longevity thing doesn't matter as much in this argument. I see what you're saying. Yes, I see what you're saying. To me, I'm just saying like Shaq when he was in his prime, from like Magic to into Lakers, much better player. Like he most dominant player to ever play the game. So that's why I have to have him over Kobe. And when they played together, I know Kobe was young. He was the Finals MVP 3 times. Kobe had 3 chances to get one of them.
Well, it's the same argument for Steph Curry and
With
Steph
who?
Curry, Andre Iguodala.
Okay, yeah, no. Okay, Steph Curry got robbed on that one.
Okay.
And
that's also a vote.
Yeah, that's also a vote.
He should.
I agree.
Shaq still should have gotten him. I'm not saying he shouldn't have, but I'm just saying.
I think when we looked at it, the third one was a toss-up.
The third one was close, but the first 2 were not.
The first 2 weren't very close. But I agree, the 2 later rings Kobe won are more impressive than the one that Shaq won with the Heat. I think.
Fair enough.
I think that's fair.
Fair enough.
And then okay.
And I think that Kobe, listen, like you said, after Shaq left the Lakers, he was not the man anymore. Yeah. I think that you can say from 2000 to 2000 and we'll say 13, Kobe was the man.
Yeah.
For 13 years, Kobe Bryant was the man.
When did Shaq come in the league though? Because Shaq was
94?
basically the man for 10 years. Like
10 years, sure, maybe 9, 10. Yep.
9-10 years. Yeah, I mean it's a 3-year difference when they're just like.
And they're different players. One's harder on one's harder on the body. Sure.
It's
close, bro.
You can make the argument. It's close. It's close. But okay, to me, I got Shaq.
Okay.
He's the most dominant player of all time.
Okay.
I think the top 5 for me are like sealed, like Magic, Larry, Kareem, Jordan, Bron. I think those 5. As long as you have Bron, Jordan, and then Kareem, and then whatever order after that, like I think you can't really argue it that much. Then I got Shaq, because I think he did about more than Kobe in his time.
Okay.
Maybe not more than Kobe, but I think he was a better player at his best.
That's so tough.
Wilt under Shaq, because I think they're interchangeable. Because Wilt was the original Shaq. He was playing, but here's the thing. This is like the big thing between Shaq and Wilt. Wilt was playing people that look like me. Like he was playing janitors. They're still NBA players, but not the people Shaq were playing against. And then this is the one that always gets you. I got Tim Duncan over Kobe.
Listen, I think if you look at accolades, yes, but I think if you look at who is the better basketball player plus the accolades, I'm going Kobe.
See, I can't do it. I got Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan has David Robinson on his team for one of his rings.
For what? For the first one, sure.
I'm just saying.
He was a rookie though.
That's a big fucking player to have on your team.
You can't choose that. They were drafting first.
David Robinson was an MVP.
Number 1.
Yeah, was an MVP.
Oh, he has no say in that. I got Tim Duncan at 8.
I like the argument. I like the argument. I like the argument.
I think Tim Duncan is the most underrated player
I
in
like the
NBA
argument.
history.
I got Tim Duncan. I got Tim Duncan at 8 as well.
You just have Kobe a little higher.
I got Kobe a little higher.
I mean, you got him over Will Chamberlain, which, let's be real, if Will Chamberlain played Tim Duncan one-on-one, Will Chamberlain's giving him 50.
Yeah, but Tim Duncan, using your argument, did more in his career.
I mean, sure, but once again, career's not the only thing that matters. I got Tim Duncan over Kobe for more than just career.
I got Tim Duncan over Wilt because Tim Duncan beat LeBron James in a finals twice.
Okay, well, one of them he stood no chance. He beat him 3 times.
Did he beat him 3? Oh, he did beat him 3 times. That's yep. He beat LeBron James 3 times in the final.
One of those he stood no chance. Like 2007, they got participation rings.
It's facts.
Glad you showed up.
I like Timmy at 8. You can have Kobe underneath him. I understand. Wilt is at 9 for me.
I got Kobe at 9.
And I got Kevin Durant at 10.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you why I got Kevin Durant at 10. Okay. 2-time champ, 2-time finals MVP, 4-time scoring champ, 2-time All-Star Game MVP, 13-14 regular season MVP, Rookie of the Year. First career is averaging 27, 4 assists, 7 rebounds on 55 from 2, 38 from 3, overall 49.5 field goal percentage. I think that Kevin Durant is one of, if not the most unguardable players in NBA history. You got Shaq up there for sure. Shaq's up there, you know what I mean? Bron's up there. Kevin Durant is 6'11", with guard handles, fast as guards, can pull up from 40.
Yeah.
And he's shooting career 39%, 38% from 3.
See, I got Bill. But
no, you don't.
I have Bill.
You don't think that Bill Russell had a better even now, I can't take that serious.
Listen, I got KD soon. I got KD really soon. And I don't know how soon. Hey, it could even be now. Because, listen, KD is like the Shaq of the perimeter. Like, it's insane.
It doesn't matter how good a defense you play on Kevin Durant.
The only person who can make it remotely tough on Kevin Durant in the league right now
is Giannis.
There's two. Kawhi, but he's never healthy. And even then, Kevin Durant just shooting over him.
It's still 30.
Yeah, and Giannis just because of how the size Giannis has. But
it's still 30.
It's still 30. Yeah, I think Kawhi just because he's like such a good defender. KD is just shooting over him. Like he's got the height. And like you said, he has guard handles and he's 7 foot tall. Like it's hard for me to put KD over these people, except maybe Bill. I could switch him with Bill, and I wouldn't lose any sleep over it. Like, when does it get to the point for me where I'm like, oh, KD's better than Kobe? Because Kobe's 9 for me.
Right.
And I just don't know what it's going to take to get there.
Kevin Durant, in my opinion, if he wins another ring, he passes Wilt for me. He passes Wilt. Tim Duncan's tough. You're gonna have to do
tough.
You got to do a lot for me to pass Tim Duncan.
See, Kevin Durant. The thing is too, he won his rings with a super team.
Well, so did half of the people on this list.
Yeah, no, true. I get that, but he left OKC to go there. I know Bron did the same thing. Like I said, that's the argument. If he just stayed in Cleveland, but here's the thing. What is KD supposed to do? Is he supposed to just stay in OKC and just lose?
Right.
He was there forever, and they just never got through. They traded James Harden. They're back playing with James Harden now. He went to the Warriors. I mean, what was he supposed to do? He went to the Warriors. He got what did he get? 2 rings, 3 rings?
Maybe he didn't have to go to the Warriors.
I mean, what was he supposed to do? Where are you going? Realistically, where are you going?
I don't know. I'm saying if the Warriors called me and said, yo, come play for us or whatever, however that went down, I'm saying yes.
Yeah, it's hard to say no to that. And then, to be fair, if his Achilles didn't rupture on national television right in front of our eyes, he has another ring. And he would have been the finals MVP.
I'm going to say this. It would bother me more if Kevin Durant went to the Warriors and wasn't the best player on the team, but he was.
Yeah, that too. That was always an argument for me. Is people are like, oh, KD went to the Warriors and stuff, and this come from like a Cavs fan. I'm like, what's he supposed to do? Like, what are the Warriors supposed to do? Are they not supposed to reach out
Why would
to
I
Kevin
not want
Durant?
Kevin? Yeah, right.
Yeah, and it's not like they brought in like I'll just throw Russell Westbrook out there on that team. Like, say Russell Westbrook comes in, he's the third best player on that team and
Yeah,
wins
that's
rings.
different.
Kevin
No,
Durant
Kevin
was the
Durant.
best player on that team and arguably carried them to some of those rings.
Kevin
Steph Curry
Durant.
was not great in those first like few finals. Like Steph Curry was kind of a little rough in those first few finals
Yeah, by himself. Yep.
by himself. Yeah, but like it was all on him. You
I
get Kevin
think
Durant in there, and
it's more impressive to me that Kevin Durant went to the best regular season team of all time and said, "I don't care how good you guys are. I'm still going to be the best player on this team, and I'm going to help us win 2 chips."
yeah. Oh no, I agree.
Like I said, if he took a back seat and was, a Harrison Barnes role, that would, do a lot for me as far as, okay, maybe you're not the man. But
Yeah.
when he went to Golden State, 25, 5, and 8 on 60% effective field goal.
And that's on a team that there's not enough ball to go around on. Like that's
I'm saying.
like Thompson needs the ball, Steph Curry needs the ball. Draymond at that point could still score the ball a little bit. Like he was
Decently,
shooting the
sure.
3-ball. Like he was shooting the 3-ball then.
I mean,
He needed the ball a
I
little bit.
guess.
Let's be real. Like
There wasn't a lot of ball to go around. He was averaging 26, 26,
yeah.
5 and 7 or whatever.
Yeah. And literally at that point, Draymond Green is still to this day, but at that point especially, he was ball dominant where he was taking the ball up the floor. He was the one that the offense ran through, and he's still doing that. Like that's insane.
So that's why I got Kevin Durant at 10. A lot of people think, oh, you went to the Warriors, blah, blah, blah. If anything, bro, that's impressive to me that you went to that team and were still as good as advertised.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I agree. I think the only thing he could do to really like prove it is
Win
to
one
win
with
a
the Nets.
championship. Even with the Nets, it's like we got Harden and Kyrie, but like I think the only way that you could really like cement it to me, like it's proven to me, like I think he could be top 10. Like I wouldn't have a problem with you putting him in your top 10. But like the only thing he could do is win a ring without another superstar. But that is so tough to do.
You're not going to do it. You can win
It's
a
so
ring
tough
with
to do
another
nowadays.
superstar, but who's not a top 10 in the league.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I agree.
Which he might. Harden hasn't played well this year, so I don't know if you could even consider him top 10.
He's probably top 10, bro.
He's
even
probably
on
top 10.
Even on a bad season, bro, he's averaging like 23, 8, and 8.
I mean,
Like that's still probably
year,
top 10.
If he wins it this year, you can. He's in my top. Like he's borderline. He's 11 right now.
Yeah.
If he wins this year, I got him 10 for sure. But it's just like, what's he got to do to pass Kobe for me?
Pass Kobe, even Tim Duncan,
Yeah,
those
people
types
like
of people. Like, what are you gonna do at that point? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just like at that. Like, what? I don't even know what it is. Like, what is it going to take for him to do for him to just like be like, oh yeah, no, he was better than Kobe. Like,
right.
He was better than Tim Duncan.
I agree. And then I think that's everybody, bro. Is there anybody? I have one player that I want to put that is going to break my top 10, and you already know who I'm going to say.
Oh yeah.
But anything else that we need to mention?
No, I think that player would also probably break the top 10 for me, but I'll let you go into it, and then I'll go my little rant real quick.
So I got Bill Russell 11 at 12, and this might be blasted. Steph Curry. And I'm going to tell you why. I don't even need to tell you why. It's Steph Curry. Because
it's Steph Curry. Yep.
When can we agree that he's 12, 13?
Yeah. I think he's borderline as well.
I'm going to pull out Steph Curry.
Okay. While you're doing that, here's what I'll say. Here's what's going to be tough for me. I don't think he's better than KD. And I have KD at 10. What's it going to take for Steph Curry to pass KD and Kobe and Tim and all these guys? Like Kobe eventually would get knocked off my list.
I think that you have to look at Steph Curry because all those people, like I would say that probably everybody on there is a better just basketball player, right?
Yeah.
But for me, a lot of a big part of this list is like what did you do for basketball, right? True. Like all these people on this list did something for basketball. And Steph Curry changed the way that basketball will be played for the rest of history.
See, that's true.
And obviously it shouldn't do that much.
List?
Sure. I'm not saying obviously it doesn't do a ton, but that for me, bro, like so he's a 7-time All-Star, steals champion 15-16, 7-time All NBA, two-time MVP, only player to be unanimous MVP, two-time
Which
scoring
is
champ,
impressive.
3-time NBA champ, and he's on the 75 all-time. First career, he's averaging 24, 5 and we'll go 4.6 rebounds, 5, 6.5 assists, 7.
Yeah.
47% shooting, 43 from 3, 90 free throw. Like, bro.
I mean, think about it like this. Shaq changed the game, right?
Shaq changed the game.
You
Michael
had
Jordan
to have
changed
a
the
dominant
game.
big. Had to have a dominant big. It was like that until Steph Curry came into the league.
Steph Curry came into the league, and centers literally damn near don't exist anymore.
The Warriors don't even have a real center.
The Warriors' center for like 3 seasons was 6'6".
It's Draymond Green, like,
Yeah.
And they have James Wiseman now, who's like a power forward, but he's tall, but he's not like stocky or anything.
He's
like,
not. He's not like a David Robinson, Hakeem. He's not a Shaq.
He is the reason the NBA is the way it is now. Like literally, it's him. You can pinpoint it to him coming in the league. 3 skyrocketed. They just go up.
I'm gonna read you Steph Curry's 2015-2016 season.
Okay.
34 minutes.
Okay.
50% from the floor.
Okay.
45% from 3.
Okay.
90 from free throw.
Okay.
5.4 rebounds, 7 assists, 2.1 steals, 30 points a game.
I mean, that's an MVP. And
like I said, bro, I don't think he'll ever break 8.76, 6.78. He's not gonna break those.
Yeah.
But there's a very strong argument that Steph Curry could be top 10 all time, depending how you look at it.
I mean, he's already the second best point guard to ever play, in my opinion. You have him at 1.
I got him at 1. I got him as the greatest point guard of all time.
You got him as the greatest point guard of all time. I have him at 2 behind Magic.
If he wins another championship and a Finals MVP, does he move?
Yeah. I mean, it's close. At least I would definitely consider it. I'd be like, oh well, he's already the greatest shooter.
Greatest shooter of all time, and it's not close.
And it's actually, listen, okay. Growing up, like Ray Allen was the greatest shooter.
Mm-hmm.
Ray Allen was a spot-up shooter.
Yep.
He was catch and shoot, and we're like, oh, this guy's amazing. Steph Curry does that off the dribble, and
from 40.
From 40, and he like Ryan just read off the stats, like he was making 45% of his threes. Like that's insane. Like
it would be different if he was shooting 37, 36. He took 11 threes a game that season and made 5 of them.
Yeah, that's like it's unheard of what he's doing. And he's still doing it. Like we had him as the MVP. And arguably last year he could have won it. I thought Jokic deserved it. Ryan was big on Steph Curry winning it last year.
Steph Curry should have won it last year because if you take Jokic off the Nuggets, they're a better team than if you take Steph Curry off the Warriors. Most valuable player. I know that's not how it's voted on.
Yep.
But by definition, it should have been him.
We agree on the definition. I thought Jokic was a little bit more valuable than you were giving him credit. But I did see your point. Steph Curry definitely could have won it last year, and I wouldn't have been like, oh, well, this is
also, I just want you to know that he's played, 12? This is his 12th season. He's only shot below 40% from 3 in 1 season, and it's this year.
He's taking a lot this year, too.
And he's letting him go this year.
Place.
He's letting him go this year.
First place.
This is also the most threes he's ever taken in his career per game. 13.1. He's shooting 38%. To anybody else, that's godlike shooting. To Steph Curry, it's an off season.
Yeah, Steph Curry shooting 38%, and you're like, well, what's wrong?
Right. And if
LeBron
George is still shooting 38%
exactly for his career, you'd be like, oh, well,
he's having a great season shooting wise.
That guy's amazing. He's shooting 38% at 6'7", doing what he's doing.
Yep.
But Steph Curry, you're just like, oh well, he's having an off year.
Off season, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's the worst year he's ever had from the 3-point line. He's shooting 39%. Like,
so that would be my. I think because Steph Curry, we agree that Steph Curry's only 33, bro. He's probably got 6. I would say at least 6 years left in the league. I would say at least 3 years left of good Steph Curry.
I mean, and the thing is, you don't lose shooting touch.
You can be a Ray Allen. You can be a Kyle Korver for the last 2 years.
He could definitely morph into more of that catch and shoot because that's what he did. Like when he first came in the league,
he wasn't
catch and shoot.
Yeah.
and then he kind of because he had turnover problems when he first came in the league, and then he kind of got better. He got better with his ball handling. He could always shoot off the dribble, but he was more of a catch and shoot guy. And I mean, you just don't lose that. Like coming off a screen, like Klay Thompson will be in the league for a long time,
Yep.
even with his injuries, because that skill was not going to go away.
Yeah, I think, like I said, I think that might be a blast to take to some of you, but like, think about what Steph Curry did to the game of basketball, and look at his contributions to the game. Look at his stats. Like, there's going to be an argument and bro, he's like I said, he's got 6-7 years left.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, who knows where
he's
going to
already
be
made
at.
the most threes of all time. That
So,
number when he's done is going to be insane.
And every three that he makes is a record.
Yeah,
every three he makes is a record. So
every three.
And like I said, I think Steph Curry and LeBron James, Kevin Durant, those are all in the conversation of once in a lifetime. You're gonna have your LaMelo Balls, your John Morants. Those are probably gonna be generational talents. But like I said, we're seeing it in front of ourselves. You know what I mean? Like Kevin Durant and Steph Curry, they could squeeze their way into top 10 easily.
Kevin Durant has probably been the best player in the league for 5 years now, maybe. Like,
yeah, him and LeBron, Kobe for a couple years, Kobe LeBron for a couple years,
yeah.
and then LeBron KD once Kobe.
That's like the tough thing is like it was Michael, and then Kobe came in, and like Kobe started to kind of go into his thing, and then could make the argument for Shaq for a little bit, and then it was Kobe in like the 2010s and stuff, like early right there, and then LeBron took over, and then like I don't know what year you could say it was, but there was just a point where you're just like, I want Kevin Durant with the ball. And, like if I had one guy to have the ball, it'd be Kevin Durant.
It might have been 13-14, bro.
It was somewhere around there, probably.
He was averaging 32, 6, and 7.
Yeah.
On 55, or excuse me, on 39 from 3, 55 from 2. You know what I mean? Like I as good as LeBron James is and continues to be and was at that time, to get me a bucket.
Yeah.
To give me a bucket.
Oh yeah. Like I want Kevin Durant.
So,
and let's be real. Last year we talked about this last episode. Bucks Nets. I had the Bucks. You had the Nets. If Kevin Durant doesn't wear a size 17 shoe,
they win that series.
They're in the finals. They're in the finals. Like,
remember we were on gaming that night, and I said, "Oh my God, he hit the game-winning 3." Don't you remember? I screamed that.
Yeah, and then they go back.
They reviewed it. I was so sad.
He's basically got clown shoes on, and he's on the line. It's just like, if his shoe is just a little bit smaller.
The Ronald McDonald 12s on, and like I couldn't believe. I was so sad.
Literally, if he's got a size 16 shoe, they win that series.
I couldn't believe it, bro. That was one of the greatest shots I've ever seen.
Yeah, like he's clutch too. Yeah,
he's got the ice for sure.
So, when I look at this list, I'm gonna have to like reevaluate like Wilt.
You got to look at Wilt, Bill Russell, bro, because as great as they were, look at who they were playing, and that's no disrespect. That's not their fault. That's not taking away from them.
Wilt was dominating like that.
Will averaged 50 and 29 in a season,
dominating. But
you remember we were looking at his stats and we were like, dude, did this guy actually average 50 points in a season?
We're like, that's absurd. We're like, but the only
I don't care who you're playing.
The only person that he was going up against though was
Bill Russell Celtics. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm sure there was a couple players that were, maybe disrespecting, not intentionally, but I'm sure there was a couple people that you probably could have looked at back then. Sure. Like Oscar Robertson was back then, but he was obviously a point guard. Like that's not the matchup,
That's who I had. That's who my 10 was.
You did have Oscar Robertson.
It was Oscar Robinson
over Kobe.
I had Oscar. Now I think you can make an argument, but I think that was
can't.
I think Kobe's better than Oscar Robinson. But first player to ever average a triple double.
It's impressive, but now Russell Westbrook does it every season on 30% shooting.
That's true. The triple double is kind of out the window now.
Yeah, it's important. I still think it's impressive, but yeah, definitely because back then a guard getting 10 boards was impressive. Now it's like, Dwight Howard didn't feel like running for the rebound, so I'll go.
Yeah, we just cleared out.
Yeah, exactly. And that's just because the way the game's played, bro. You're pulling transition threes. Not everybody's set up for a board. It's stuff like that goes into it.
I mean, that's why this is so hard to do too. Is we're comparing across eras.
Yeah,
some of these people played in multiple eras. Let's be real. Like Kobe played at the end of like Jordan's era and into LeBron's era. So I mean, Shaq the same thing. I mean, he still kind of played in Jordan's era. He was less in LeBron's era and stuff like that.
Right. And Shaq
Kobe's
actually
era.
beat Jordan to get to a finals,
He did. He did.
which
With
is
Penny.
typical.
With Penny.
Penny and Dennis Scott, is that his name?
Yes, I
Godlike.
believe so. Was
godlike.
Robert Horry on that too?
He actually might have been.
I think he was.
He's
Now you
Goggles
said
guy,
that.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, Goggles. Yep. You might.
Yeah, he was.
Or was
I
it
think he
Horace
was
Grant? Was it Horace Grant?
Horace Grant. It was Horace.
Yeah, it was Horace
Grant.
Grant.
Not Robert Horry.
That was kind of typical that I knew that, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
I
Go ahead. Anything else?
I think I'm good.
Okay. Listen, I'm gonna read off my list one more time.
Yeah.
MJ, Bron, Kareem, Larry Bird, Kobe, Magic, Shaq, Tim Duncan, Kevin Durant, Will Chamberlain, Bill Russell at 11, Steph Curry at 12.
I mean, this thing is pretty typical. I got Braun, Jordan, Kareem, Larry, Magic, Shaq, Wilt, Tim, Kobe. I got Bill there for now, but Kobe.
That's
soon.
so tough for me, bro. That's so hard.
I'd probably go Kevin Durant.
Did I persuade you in this podcast?
I mean, I think I persuaded myself, and I just looked at him like, KD.
It's
like,
tough,
I'm
bro.
taking KD over
Look at
Bill
KD's
Russell.
name
Let's be
underneath
honest.
Bill Russell and go to bed and see if you can sleep.
I couldn't. I really couldn't.
So we got Bill Russell at
I got
11
Kevin,
now.
I got Bill Russell at 11 now. That's what's came out of this podcast.
And who's
I got
12?
Bill Russell at 11. I'd go Steph Curry.
Thank you.
Steph Curry.
I really I'm actually genuinely trying to think of other players that I would put there.
The only one I can think of is I can think like Charles Barkley maybe.
Oh, I'm taking Steph by far.
I got Charles Barkley. I mean, you might be underrating Charles Barkley.
No,
but
bro, maybe not by
Charles
far.
Barkley, Olajuwon.
Hakeem. Yeah, we might be disrespecting Hakeem.
I don't know.
That's tough. That's tough, though.
Yeah, it's so tough because they play in different eras.
Yeah, different positions.
The whole change the game thing. Like
yeah, it's tough. It's very tough.
You're getting nitty gritty when with
you're getting into advanced stats and shit.
Outside of Bron Jordan, it's so close. Like you could make an argument for. I've seen Shaq at 3. I've seen Kobe at 1 even. I've seen him up there like.
And I've seen Rudy Gobert top 5 MVP voting before. So.
He's not on this list. I don't think we'll ever crack this list.
If I see a top 10 and Rudith Gobert is up there, I'm freaking out.
Anywhere like 1 through 10, anywhere like he'll never. He should never be in this conversation.
Anyways, that was good conversation, good points back and forth.
It's better than it's normal.
It's normally heated. We're normally yelling at each other.
A little yelling, but.
Usually I call you an idiot about 3 times.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't actually.
I called you blasted like 4 times.
Yeah. When I said Bill Russell, I thought you were just going to lose it.
Dude, but you changed. I got you to change your answer.
11 rings is tough to argue.
11 rings is tough, but it's Kevin Durant.
But if I got to go one-on-one, if I need one guy to get a bucket, I'm going Kevin Durant.
That's what I'm saying. Cool. So that's our top 10s. I need to know what you guys think in the comments below. Let me know whose list you like more. Let me know if you're from TikTok, if you're from YouTube, whatever. I need your guys' responses in the comments to let us know if we're blasted. Let us know if there's any players that we're sleeping on. Like I said, you got Hakeem. Hakeem is the big one for me that you could easily put in the top 10. But I think that all of those players have done more and are better to where Hakeem didn't make it. But we're going to wrap it up with a topic that I thought was hilarious.
Yeah, I said this to you on Twitter.
I couldn't believe it.
And I'm like, we're going to have to talk about this. Just briefly, but we're going to
go ahead. No, you could talk about it. Bring it up.
Yeah, so in Canada right now, I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to go to sporting events, I believe. Correct?
Yeah, I think that was COVID vaccinations and stuff like that. Yep.
So the Suns are playing the Raptors.
No
Devin
fans.
Booker's at the free throw line. No fans. And the game's on the line. I believe they were up 2. There's like 6 seconds left. These are basically to ice the game. And he's shooting the first one, and then the mascot jumps up and throwing his hands up. And Devin Booker, after he makes the free throw, goes over to the ref, and he's like, he's got to move.
Yeah, right?
He only got in the building, and he's got to move.
They literally told him to go over towards the bench, didn't they? They told him, get on the sideline.
He had to move. Like, he moved from behind the basket, and he had to go towards the locker rooms almost.
Listen, you got to be able to handle a little adversity. You know what I'm saying?
They were in the finals last year. I'm sure there was worse stuff happening behind that backboard when he was shooting free throws.
Then a
I promise you.
velociraptor or whatever.
Then a raptor jumping up with his hands up.
I just thought it was funny.
Guy, how are you going to yell at the only guy there?
Right, exactly. I was like, so you don't care if there's 10,000 people right there screaming at you, telling you suck, but the velociraptor waving his hands at you is really what got you, huh?
Yeah, he looked so mad.
He was so angry. He was so pissed.
Yeah, he pointed
He's like, dude, he's got to move. He's got to move. I wonder what the ref said. The ref was probably like, brother.
Yeah, he had to be like, Devin, are you sure?
He's like, bro, are we blasted on that?
Are we boys?
He's like, yeah, dude, are we boys or not? The Raptor, he's the only one in here. We got to let, you know what I mean? Like, he's the mascot.
Yeah, he's just doing his job. Like, come on, man.
Yo, imagine with the Velociraptor. He's like, bro, are you fucking kidding me? He's like, what is this?
He's like, are you serious?
Yeah,
like,
he's like, bro,
here.
I'm getting paid to make you miss this free throw. Like,
I'm just doing my job.
Right. I thought that was really funny. In all seriousness, though, I thought it was kind of whack because it's like, brother, it's not. I know you don't want to miss a free throw, but if that distracts you, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean?
You know, honestly, it might be tougher when there's only one thing to focus on in the crowd.
Yeah, maybe. It's just like there's just one motherfucker in this corner that is just waving his hands.
I've never shot free throws in front of
10,000,
10,000 people, 100, whatever it is. I mean, I'm sure one person though, like if I can only focus on that one person, it's probably more distracting, honestly.
That's facts.
As blasted as that sounds.
No, I hear what you're saying. To be honest with you, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that shit was funny, bro. When you said that to me, I was like, there's no shot. This guy was that heated at that mascot that he had to go up to the ref mid-free throw and was like, yo, he's got to move.
Yeah, he looks so mad.
That's
just what got me. The look on his face, he
couldn't believe it, bro. He could not believe it. Yeah, that was funny, man. All right, cool. Damn, bro, we've been going an hour and 20. We just went as long as the other one.
Would go this long to be real with you.
Hour 23, bro. That's crazy. Cool. I think that was everything we had as far as the topic list, bro. Anything else that you wanted to mention really quick as far as what we talked about, or?
Nothing what we talked about, but I think next episode we're gonna try and get to something new.
Yep.
We're probably gonna talk a little COD.
COD.
Different for some people if you're just here for basketball. But
yeah, stick around for the COD podcast though.
You know, COD is something that this is how I met Ryan. I met him through COD.
Facts.
So
this guy was a donation.
Oh my god! but it's something we both enjoy, so we want to talk about it.
Yep.
Especially with the state that stuff's in now, it's not great.
Oh, Christ.
So,
Yeah, that one.
Really, yeah.
That one is probably gonna be. That one's probably gonna be a little bit shorter.
A little shorter.
Yeah, just because it's not a ton to talk about. We could do like a top 5 COD ranking and stuff like that. That'd be fun.
We could throw that in the next one.
Yeah.
And we're gonna try and get one of our friends in.
Yes, we are.
Who.
That guy loves COD. That guy loves COD.
He's got a lot to say about this COD. I know it for sure. I played it with him some.
It's not fun playing with him. I'm gonna tell you that.
He does not like the state stuff then. So we're gonna try and get him on, talk a little about what he thinks. So.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to that for sure. I don't know how often we're going to release these podcasts. Right now, we're just doing it because we want to and it's fun. We're just enjoying ourselves. Shout out to the dude on TikTok who commented on one of our clips and was like, dude, not everybody needs a podcast. Christ. And me and Connor were looking at each other. We were like, dude, should we just hang it up?
Maybe we should just quit. Maybe we should just quit.
That was funny. I was like, bro, we've done one podcast and we already got a hate comment? Like, what is this?
Well, we already got haters, man.
Hey, we got the overlay in this episode, though.
We do.
We got the overlay.
Shout out Javon.
Shout out Javizi. That's our boy.
He made it for us. He does good work.
He does. We reached out to him. I don't know his Twitter, but I'll put it in the description.
I believe it's Driscoll, but it will be down below.
Yeah, I'll put it in the description. He's I think he goes to school for graphic design, right?
He does. Yeah.
So he's the man. He knows what he's doing. So Javon, shout you out, bro. Thank you for the overlay and the logo and everything. It's beautiful, bro. I appreciate it. Other than that, bro, I think that's gonna do it for this episode of the Dude Are We Boys podcast, episode 2. It's been a pleasure. It's been a lot of fun. Connor, thanks for jumping on again, my boy.
I love it, man. We'll get in here another time.
Yes, sir. Soon. And like I said, other than that, it's gonna do it. It's gonna wrap it up. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like on the video. Thank you guys all so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.